Saturday night everywhere in the world, but most specifically here at the Mousetrap. Bodies move, conversation flies and flags, glasses are raised, and there's a lot to think about. That girl you want to meet standing in the corner, lyrics to a song you just can't quite place, the limelight reserved for those who can play. But if you're Jeff Lowe, one aspect in particular stands out.
I see a lot of local shows and a lot of, it's little bars, and just the lighting is just so mediocre, and, I just try to think of things to make it look bigger, and more exciting, I guess.
And so Jeff's company Liquid Lights was born, pursued with enough passion to become a sort of mission for Jeff, because bigger and more exciting just might mean the breakout for a band looking for bigger and better.
Give the band more of a fighting chance in the sea of millions and millions of bands out there. You have to have something extra, You can't just be a great band, You have to have the whole package, and I think video adds, a big part of that.
Now, when you too are part of that churn in the sea of millions of music aficionados, you too have to do something to get noticed. Carrying your overhead and laptop around is a cumbersome calling card, and even still, it certainly wouldn't do for our patron of bigger and more exciting. Nope. Jeff chose an even more grandiose form of introduction.
It's kind of me and a generator kind of sneaking on there and firing it up. With multimedia now, you got to do something to get noticed.
Oh, but how it did succeed. Unbeknownst to anyone, Jeff and his Renegade generator left calling cards, and ones that could be seen for miles, on the pyramids off 465, on an East Side water tower. After some Facebook postings, these actions spoke louder word of mouth. This guy, Jeff, knows how to light and knows how to get attention.
I like to see a big show. It doesn't matter what scale. I like to see effort. People putting in effort to make things, as awesome as they can.
Awesome enough to add a lot of otherworldly pizzazz to tent events, often lighting both lawn and linen, and adding a surreal firmament to the tonic ball. Jeff says he's always looking for that big canvas. So prepare to have your notion of big canvas redefined. One of Jeff's crowning achievements might just be lighting up a whole forest at Hyperion in Spencer over the last couple of years.
It's very big. It's like 70 feet tall by probably 350 feet wide. And it's gotten a lot of attention. This is a video switcher right here, and this is a MIDI controller. A fellow by the name of Rob Schuster turned me on to this back in like 2006, and this changed my life.
Speaking of forests and nature, which, well, we sort of were, you can kind of think of Jeff as Johnny Appleseed with a switcher, for he's looking to grow his displays with the right partner in mind.
If I hooked up with the right band and we all clicked and it looked great, then the possibilities could be endless. I'm trying to find somebody local and just like a plant, the seed, just plant the seed and, it blossom. I'd like to start it from the ground up.
Needless to say, groups with big dreams usually don't start out with big budgets, and that's part of Jeff's charm.
A lot of lighting designers, they have an enormous amount of gear, and you have to hook up a lot of these moving fixtures, and I can get all my stuff in my little cars. Anytime you see a band on TV, there's always big crazy video screens and things, graphics going on, and I just think, you can have the same thing out of me, be within your budget.
And you'll be amused and amazed as we were when you find out that some of Jeff's most exotic, and timed to music effects, aren't electronic at all. Buddy Rob also turned Jeff onto live projections of, well, food.
I created it by putting milk in a dish with food coloring and drop soap in it, film it on a very crude camera, and drop it into my computer. And it's a old school liquid lighting with oil and water, and you smash it between these plates, and can't recreate that any other way. It's got to be a human being doing it,
Liquid Lights travels light, with the entire crew often being just Jeff and his wife, Chie. That mind of his is always working. For instance, get his take on how video could economize scene design for a theatrical stage play.
It's kind of silly to build a set when you can project a set. To paint a set like the background. Why would you do that when you can just project it? It would save you so much time, so much money, and you just push a key and there it is.
When you speak with Jeff, you'll notice that there are two Dr. Lowe's. There's the pragmatic Jeff, who knows all about lumens and the technical, and the creative Jeff, who wings it night after night. So how do those two Jeffs talk to each other when you do this?
Well, they argue a lot with one another. First, I ask myself, can I pull this off? They tell one another that this is going to look awesome and go for it. I work on clips at home that I think will work with the event, and then I bring them to the event, and then there's not a whole lot of planning beyond that. I just mix it right on the fly, and it's kind of improv, It's just some crazy thrill I can't really explain, but I just keep doing it. It makes me feel good, just to know that I'm adding something significant to a performance. I'm not really sure what drives it. No clue. Sometimes it's pretty awesome looking. Sometimes I can't believe what I'm seeing.